would say, a stereotype and between the Italian and Germany as countries, and you tell me if you believe it's true or not, and if you have experienced that in your time here.
Okay, sounds good.
The first one is that Italians are always late.
It's true. And I tend to be late too, and I've picked that up from the Italians. Yes, they are late. They're very relaxed. Yes, it's true.
Absolutely. The Americans love small talk, even with strangers.
I don't think so. I don't think that's true at all. I mean, I think that, I noticed that like here, everyone's like, hello, Morgan. That's what everyone says hello to each other. While in the US, you might walk by and nobody says hi to you. So I don't think we do much small talk at all.
You know that it's a stereotype that we have about Americans in Europe in general, no? Like
really?
The chit chat.
Okay.
Generically,
oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Germans love following rules.
Hands down, yes. They love the rules. The rules are the most important thing that guide their life. Even if, and I notice it's so funny that like my son, because he was born here, he has picked up some of this Germanness in him that like he'll tell me, he's like, Mommy, it says 30 and you're going 36. Kilometer. And I'm like, please stop. He's like, but you're not following the rules. So yeah, Germans are all about rules. That's so true. Yeah.
Everyone in Italy drinks espressos, never big coffees.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they don't drink big coffees at all. They don't want anything to do with big coffees. Yeah. It's quick.
One sip and go.
Yeah, it's one sip and go. It's fast. You can't even have a tea. Like if you have a tea, it's so funny. Sometimes I like tea, okay? And my husband is from Naples, so like if in the afternoon I'd like to have a tea. So when I go to the bar and I'm like, posso avere un tè, can I have a tea? They look at me like, are you okay? Like, do you want lemon in it? Is something wrong with your stomach? And I'm like, no, I just want a tea. Like, did you eat something bad? I'm like, no, I just want tea because I like tea. So yeah, there's no tea in the afternoons. There's absolutely no cappuccino, and it's always short espresso. Correct.
Everything in the US is bigger. Cars, houses, food portions, everything.
Yeah, it's true. Everything is bigger. Even the fruit is bigger. Yeah, everything's bigger. Yeah. We got bigger cars, bigger houses. Yeah, it's true.
Beer, it's basically cheaper than water in Germany.
Yes, that is definitely true. Yes, water is very expensive compared to beer. Yeah, beer is very cheap. It's like water.
Maybe I will do a couple more.
Sure.
Related to motherhood. Italian moms are overprotective compared to other mothers in the world.
Yes, they are, but I have joined them. So I am just like them. I picked that up in Italy. I am super overprotective, always worried. I hover, I helicopter mom. It's exhausting. And I picked up this habit from Italians. Americans are so much more relaxed. Like I worry about everything and they are just like, they don't have a coat on. Who cares? I'm like, what do you mean? So, yeah.
Okay, last one. In Germany, nobody crossed the street on a red light, even if there is no cars coming.
That is correct. We have, this is probably, I should not say this, but there is a crosswalk at the school where my kids go to this German school where they learn Italian because they do Italian lessons, and it's in Germany, and there is a crosswalk there, and like everybody goes to the crosswalk, and sometimes because we're late, I don't use the crosswalk, and my son is like, no. So yeah, they stop. They always follow the rules. I'm breaking them. Terrible. Sorry.
Be careful. You still live there. So
I know. I'm going to be careful. They're going to find me. They're going to find me. I'm scared.
Absolutely. Okay. So I would say we jump into the second mini game that I prepared.
Okay.
It's I call it a little bit like a word battle, and which language has the most beautiful translation for it. So I will give you an English word. I'm sure that you know the Italian translation for it. If you know the German one, you can also give it. And then we try to find out if it sounds better as a word in Italian and or in German, which is always a fight, no? Like they always say that German is a harsh language, while Italian is much more romantic. So we can find out. Of course, if you don't know the German word, just let me know, and I help in that one.
Okay, good.
You know how it's called butterfly in Italian?
Farfalla.
You know the word in German?
No.
Schmetterling.
Ah, Schmetterling. Okay. Farfalla is better. Okay.
Yeah. Also, it's a type of pasta, so you always find.
Yeah, that's also good. Yes, and it's something you can eat. Sure, farfalla.
Ice cream.
It's gelato or ice, which I know. Bonus points for me because I know that. Gelato just, I mean, ice sounds like ice, like, American ice.
Yeah.
So
written differently, but
yes, written differently, obviously, yes. But I mean, I like gelato. Who doesn't like gelato?
Agree.
Okay.
Especially if it's Italian.
Exactly.
Here it happens the other way around. Hospital.
Okay.
In Italian.
Hospital is ospedale. And then that's Krankenhaus, right? Okay, yes. I'm doing good today. Yeah. Krankenhaus or ospedale. You know what? I'm going to give one to the Germans. Krankenhaus. Yeah. It's like a house for sick people. Yeah.
I love it. I think it's one of these ones that I don't know. You need to go to the Krankenhaus, and it's like, it's hard. It's not a place that you want to go, like,
It sounds serious but it is a serious place. So it should have a serious sounding tone. Krankenhaus. Yeah. I agree. We'll give it to the Germans.
Let's go. I will do 3 more.
Okay.
You know how ladybug it's called in Italian?
Ladybug is coccinella. And I don't know that one in German, no.
Marienkäfer.
Ooh.
Käfer means bug, and Marien. Okay. I don't know why, but in Spanish and in Catalan we call them Marietas, like little Marias.
Okay.
I have no idea where it comes from, but in German it's also Marienkäfer.
Should we give it to the Germans? I like that. We could give it to the Germans. I mean, yeah, let's give it to the Germans.
Sure.
Yeah, let's give that one to the Germans.
And this one I actually need to also search the one in Italian because I didn't know it. But the bats, the animal, the night animal.
Ah, okay. Pipistrelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Germany, it's Fledermaus, which is like a rat. It's like a more direct translation, like proper German translation of how it's the thing.
So it might be easier to understand, we'll say, like you could probably figure it out with that literal translation, but pipistrella is a cool word. Yeah. Let's give it to the Italians. Yeah, pipistrella is a cool word.
And I would do the last one.
Sure.
It also happens that in Germany, it's a very, very much a direct translation. You know how it's called rainbow in Italian?
Arcobaleno.
And in Germany, it's called Arkenbogen. Regenbogen. Regenbogen, which is literally Regen means rain and Bogen means curve. So it's the curve when it rains. Straightforward.
What do you think, Marco? What do you think? Well, who should we give it to?
Nah, let's go Italian. Arcobaleno.
Okay, let's go with Arcobaleno. Yeah, die.
I actually thought about it, and rainbow, it's also literally the translation.
It is. That's exactly rain, and then
bow.
So do you see how? Could you? Because there are really a lot of similar words with German and English, so it does work more from a literal translation perspective to help in that regard. But then there are some words that are just, I don't know where they came from. So
Absolutely. I will do one last mini game,
go ahead.
which is related to motherhood around the world. So I researched a little
Okay.
bit of the strange parenting customs, let's say like this, like traditions from all over the world that are a little bit, I don't know. I heard about them. Some of them, some others are like strange.
Okay.
And you can try to guess from where they are and if you heard from them before. And then at the end of it, if you have any parenting tradition that you grabbed from any of the countries that you lived in, feel free to share your point also in that one.
Sure.
The first one is to have nap time outdoors. So it's common for parents to let their babies outside in the fresh air, even in winter, because they believe that it strengthens their immune system.
And you want me to say from which country this comes from, or
if you heard about it and if you know?
Okay, I think this is definitely a Northern European thing. This is not an Italian thing. Like Italians are afraid of the draft. Any kind of cold air is dangerous for Italians. So this is definitely like a Norwegian thing or some other Northern European country. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? And the Germans, do they do it? I don't know if they do it.
Certain regions, but it's not a more traditional part of it. It's very common in Scandinavia. Okay. Some German parts, I suppose the parts that touch more closer to with Denmark might do it, but it's very, very common in Scandinavia, yes.
Okay.
Red wine for kids. This is not done anymore, hopefully.
Oh my God.
But in these countries, it was once common for parents to let children have a small amount of wine diluted with water during meals. As a part of food culture.
Okay.
Because it's a way of showing and introducing responsible drinking at young age.
Yeah, this is an Italian thing, I think. I mean, I did this as a kid. I mean, my grandmother my nonna, she would give me some wine and I'd put water in it because it was so strong. But yeah, and I mean, this is definitely an Italian thing. I don't know, maybe the Germans would probably put beer, give the kids beer and not wine, but is this an Italian thing? Yeah, I would say it's an Italian thing.
I don't know if they do it, but back in the day, it was also quite traditional in some regions in France and Spain also. So
really,
I never did it. I never had it at home, but it could happen. Maybe the last one, looking a little bit on the time.
Sure.
The baby's first gift, it's a knife. It is a tradition to give a small knife for first birthday to the gift.
Okay, I have no idea. This is not an American thing. It's definitely, and it's not an Italian thing. And
it's neither a German one.
It's not a German thing. Who is doing this?
It's close to Germany.
Really?
It's very traditional in rural areas of Switzerland. That's the Swiss knife.
Is it like a Swiss knife? Yes, the Swiss Army knife. Yes. Okay. Oh, that's so funny.
It's a very small knife, and probably it's not even sharpened or anything, but it's a gift that symbolizes the independence and responsibility for kids from very young age. You already have your own knife to do things.
Wow.
Which, not dangerous at all.
Interesting.
With that said, I would ask you, did you grab any parenting traditions from Italy or Germany so far? Like that you said, okay, you already said in Germany the bus thing, like that kids going to school alone, but not ready, not yet.
Yeah, not ready to do that. Yes. I picked up the Italians and the cold air. Like I am afraid of cold air now. So I constantly, like my kids are very overdressed. I don't sit them near, like when we go to the US, I try to help them like avoid being near like air conditioning vents. So I kind of like scan the room and see where I can put them in so they're safe and they're not getting like cold air on their bodies. So I picked that up from Italy because Italian moms are very concerned about that kind of stuff. German stuff. Yeah, colpo d'aria is like the enemy of the world. And my kids always wear like a white undershirt under everything, always. I remember my son when he first like started wearing shorts. It's not really warm in Germany, or at least in this part of Germany. It gets warm, but it's like a week and then it's over, or maybe 2 weeks. I don't want to exaggerate, but when he saw his knees, he was like, "Oh my God, like I have knees." He's like, he had never really like seen them in shorts before. So like, that was a very funny thing for him to happen. But what have I picked up from the Germans? I'm not ready to get my kids to be on the bus by themselves, but I do like their sense of their sense of independence. So I'm trying to give them more independent. And I also noticed that like in this rural part, there are kids that actually play outside. And that's nice because we don't have so much of that in big cities anymore. So they are able to play outside, and they are like without getting run over by a car. Maybe a tractor, but not a car because, but so I tried to pick that up from my German neighbors per se.
Cool. Like, I would love my kids to play outside. That's a big one. Like, not everything needs to happen inside.
Yeah,
Definitely
no,
not connected to
they can,
computers.
yeah, they can go outside here. Like they do go outside, they ride their bikes, and it's
Cool.
safe. It's safe. So that's something nice, that I don't know if I'd be able to do if I lived in Rome. I mean, you have to be, it's really hard to ride a bike in Rome. There's no bike lanes. There's so much traffic. In New York, it's the same thing. So, there is like a slower quality of life that I've come to appreciate. So that's positive. Yeah.